All right, everybody, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad, and this hour we will be discussing job interviews. Okay, so we have some vocabulary words we'll go over and learn. Okay, we'll also read through a dialogue and learn some other phrases that we can use when speaking in interviews in English. Okay. So yes, bring your questions just so that you know when my professional background in hiring and firing of people. I worked for 5 years in the real estate industry, and I also worked for about 5 years as an operations manager in a logistics and transportation company. In each case, I was a manager, and I both hired and fired people and trained people along the way. So I've done many interviews, and I would love to help you guys out with interviews and working on phrases that you could use and the things that we say when we interview as well. Okay, I put the link in the chat box, in the Verbling chat box. I will also put it in the Google chat box for you. Go ahead and open that up, and let's see who we have in class so far. Hello, Amparo. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay. Marcia, how are you?
Hello. I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Laszlo? Laszlo, how are you? Okay, let's go to Sergio. How you doing? Sergio, can you hear me okay? Okay. How about Tatiana?
Hi again, Chad.
Hi there, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, thanks.
Excellent. Okay, Tuta?
Hi, Chad. Today I'm so-so. Today I'm so-so.
Why are you doing okay? So.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Vincenzo. How are you?
Hi, Chad. I'm okay, thanks.
Good to see you. Let's go back to Sergio. How are you? Sergio, you're doing good. All right. Samir?
Hi, Chad.
There you are. I can. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very well, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. All right. How about Samir? Oh, he took off. How about Fabio? How you doing, Fabio? Fabio, make sure that your microphone is not muted. Yeah, I cannot hear you right. There you are.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How you doing, Fabio?
I'm great. I'm better now.
Excellent. Fabio, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil, okay. Excellent. Good to have you here. How about Samir? Samir, how are you?
Hi, this is Chad. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
Excellent. Okay, you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. The link is in the chat box. Go ahead and open that up. Okay. And when you do, let's see here. Let me get back to my sheet. Okay. When you do, this is what you'll see. Okay. All right. So we have job interviews. Let's scroll down. Okay. So this is page 1, you guys. Let's scroll down past page 1, past page 2. Okay, to page 3, and we'll go over some vocabulary words. All right. Starting off with our first word here. Okay, number 1. Amparo, please read that word and tell me which word or which definition on the right best describes that word.
Personal duties.
Okay, that would be personnel director.
Director. Personal director. Letter J. Person in charge of hiring.
Good. Good. What is another name for a personnel director? What else do we call them?
Human
Management.
resources manager.
Okay, what did you say, Tatiana?
Human resources manager, HR.
Good. Yes, HR. Okay, so class, a personnel director is also a human resources manager. Okay, human resources manager, personnel director, okay, an HR manager. You may hear that as well. That is someone who does the hiring. They hire people for a company. Okay, let's go to Fabio. Number 2, please.
To hire. Is that correct? Hire?
That's correct. Hire. Exactly.
Hire.
Uh-huh.
Is it give a job to or employ?
Good. Give a job to or employ. That's exactly right. Okay. To hire someone. Okay. To employ someone. Those would be the 2 verbs that an employer would use. Okay. Now let's look at these words. An employer does what? They give a job, okay? And an employee works for the company, or they take the job. Employer is the person that creates the job, okay? And an employee, okay, with the accent on the end, employee works for the company, okay? So those are the 2 words. So an employer would hire. An employer would hire someone, okay? Hire or employ someone, and they would employ an employee, okay? All right, let's go to number 3. This is Laszlo.
Number 3, Rashorn. Oh,
okay.
I don't know.
This is resume.
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 I don't
and
need what it is mean. That mean.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Can someone help us out? What is a resume? What is a resume? Anybody know in class?
I written summary of your skills, educations, and experience.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, a written summary down here. A written summary of your skills, education, and experience. Now,
okay, thank you.
What else can we call a resume? There's another name that's used quite often.
Curriculum.
Curriculum.
Yeah, a curriculum vitae, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in Brazil we call curriculum vitae.
Curriculum vitae, right? So yeah. that's another way to call this. All right, so you can call it a curriculum vitae or a CV. A CV. Okay, now, to tell you the truth, in the United States, we use the word resume more often. Okay, so you turn in your resume. Some people ask for a CV, all right, but it is the same exact thing. So if someone asks for a resume, that is your CV. Okay, a written sheet or sheets, okay, of your education, your experience, okay, and qualifications. Okay, so things that you have done. What sort of information do we include in our CV or in our resume? Okay, do we want to talk about our elementary school that we went to, that type of education? Or do we want to talk about our university, okay, well, our high school education, first off, okay? You have graduated high school, okay? High school, you can also put in your university, okay, university education, okay? Then you have the list of your jobs, okay? The most important thing is to put your current job first. Okay, place your current job first. So if you are, let's say you're an English teacher with Verbling, okay, I would put English teacher, Verbling, okay, and so from when I started to current. That is what I'm doing right now. That is current. Then you would put your last job after that. Okay, so your current job first, and then it goes down. Because if you have 2 pages, you don't want them to be flipping through to try and find out where you were last employed, or if you are currently working. So that is the first one that goes on the list, where you are currently working. Okay. Then you have other things like if you speak other languages. Okay, English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, okay, well, any of the different languages that are there. If you speak those, okay, if you have any licenses or certifications, okay, you can put that on there as well, things like that. And then at the bottom, you can place references. What are references? Who can tell me what references are?
People who can tell about your job, about your skills.
Recommendations.
Yes. So recommendations. So people that can speak about your skills, your abilities. Okay. People that can provide information about how you worked at a job. Were you on time? Okay, did you complete your work? Okay, things like that. All right, so those are references. All right, very good. Let's go to our next word, and let's go to Marcia. Marcia, please read number 4.
Qualifications. It's able to do something, skilled.
Okay, able to do something. Yes, so skilled. Your qualifications. Okay, so a question someone might ask you is, what qualifies you for this job? Okay, if they ask you what qualifies you for this job, they are asking for your qualifications. Okay, qualifications is the noun, qualifies is the verb. What qualifies you for this job? Okay, so your abilities, okay, your skills, something that you are able to do. Thank you, Marcia. Samir, number 5, please.
Profession.
Good, that is proficient.
Profession.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is professional, like you expert. You work at this field, and you have experience, skills to do this.
Okay, yeah, very good. Now, so you're proficient. You are definitely able to complete it. Okay. Now let's. I need to fix something here. So qualifications. Okay, would be your skills and experience. Okay, but also your ability to be able to do those. But if you are proficient at something, they're marking that as able to do something skilled. All right. Now, if you are proficient at something, that means that you are very good at it. Okay. So, for example, I am proficient. Okay, I am proficient at writing documents. Okay, that means that I'm skilled at it. I'm good. Okay. Now they may ask, okay, what are your proficiencies? Proficiencies. Okay. So what are your proficiencies? Okay, so they're asking what are you good at? Can you use Excel? Can you use Excel documents? Can you use Word documents? Okay. Can you speak clearly in front of many people? Okay. Can you manage process? All right.
Can you type
Yes.
fast?
Can you type quickly? Okay. What are your words per minute? Okay. Okay. Words per minute. Okay. They want to know how fast you can type. Okay. A decent amount of words per minute would be 40 to 60 words per minute is okay. Some people do a lot more. Okay. When I type, I'm at about 45. Okay. But yeah, between 40 and 60 words per minute is pretty good. Okay. So proficiency, being skilled at something. Okay. They may ask, what is your proficiency level with English? Okay. Are you a beginner? Are you intermediate? Are you fluent? Okay. Can you read and write in the language? Okay. So those type of things, that's what they are wanting to know with the word proficiencies. Okay, or proficient. Okay. Let's go to Sergio, number 6, please.
Okay. Position.
Okay, now make sure you use a short I sound there and say position.
Position.
Okay, now what letter would position match to?
Maybe little B. Manager be in charge of.
That is a type of position. Okay, but a position. Okay, a position is used for the word job. Okay, so you would apply for a position. Okay, they may ask you, what position are you applying for?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Okay, so what position are you applying for, or what job are you applying for? They would mean the same thing. Okay, Tatiana, let's go to you, number 7.
Okay, responsibilities. It's our duties.
Okay, where is that one at? Duties.
A.
Okay, yeah, so A, duties. Okay, very good. Now, a question with that would be, what were your responsibilities at a previous job?
Okay, at previous job, okay, I was human resources manager.
Awesome.
And I was hiring people, made documentation to hire and fire them.
There you go. Good. Yeah. So those were your duties, your responsibilities at your previous job, Tatiana. Very good. Now, and that's exactly how you could answer when they ask you a type of question like that. Okay. Excellent job. Thank you. All right. Number 8, Tuta.
Hi. Number 8 is supervise.
Okay,
Supervise.
supervise. Get that V sound there. Supervise.
Supervise.
Okay, what is supervise?
Be manage. Be in charge of.
Okay, manage. Be in charge
Manage.
of.
Be in charge of.
Okay,
Manage.
good. Now, we use two different words for this, okay? We use manager and supervisor. Okay, they both mean the same thing. Okay, so if someone is a supervisor, they are a manager as well. We use them to mean the exact same thing. Okay? Very good. Let's go to Vincenzo. Vincenzo, number 9, please.
Okay. Salary. Money paid for work. Letter D.
Good. Yeah, money paid for work. Now, there are a few ways of being paid. Okay, what ways can you guys think of being paid? One way is hourly, right? You get paid by the hour.
Monthly.
Okay.
Weekly.
Okay, monthly.
Okay.
Daily.
Weekly.
Weekly.
Okay, daily sometimes. Okay, so sometimes when you go in for an interview, they ask for your salary qualifications. Okay, salary qualifications, and what they are wanting to know is how much money you need to make, what you figure you are qualified to make. Okay, now you can specify by saying maybe $15 an hour. Okay, so you would say $15 per hour, and with that you're expecting to work a full time. Okay, so 40 hours per week. Okay, unless you know it is a part-time job, then it is below 40 hours or below 35 hours, sorry. So below 35 hours a week would be considered part-time. All right, so you could say that, or you can tell them a yearly salary, which would then be broken into months. All right, so you could say you are looking to make 30 a year. Okay, yes, Tatiana, that would be the same. So salary expectations. Okay, so salary qualifications. Yes, Vincenzo.
Could you type the last two words?
Which last two words?
About you told about salary, yearly salaries, or something like that.
Yes, so that is year.
Okay, thanks, Chad.
Okay, yes, yearly salary. All right, so you could so the two ways to answer that question would be how much you want to make per hour. Let's say $15 an hour, or you could talk about how much you want to make in a year. All right, so $30,000 a year. Okay, if it is a salaried position. Okay, so we have two different words. We have an hourly position, or yearly. Okay, or a salary position. Now, the difference is for every hour that you work, you get paid a certain amount of money. In a hourly position, you get paid overtime. So if you work more than 40 hours in a week, okay, you get paid time and a half. So $15 plus $7.50. So what would that be? $22.50. Okay. So if for every hour worked after 40 hours, with salary positions, you do not get that. Okay. If you work more than 40 hours in a week, that's what you work. Okay, and you have a contract with them. They are guaranteed to pay you X amount of dollars every month. Okay, and that's what you make. Sometimes it works out good because you don't have to work 40 hours in the week. All right, but sometimes, yes, you have to work more than 40 hours. So it sort of balances itself out. Okay, so that's what we're talking about with salary qualifications or expectations. Okay, and you would give them an hourly amount or a yearly amount, depending on the position. Okay. All right, let's go to Amparo. And what are we on? Number 10, please.
Benefits.
Good. What do you believe benefits are?
I cannot see all the the options.
Oh, okay. So we whoops. Let me go back here. Okay, so up here A, and all the way down here.
M. Things you receive from an employer in addition to salary.
Okay. So what type of things? What do you think, Amparo? What other things would be considered benefits?
For example, food, transportation.
Okay, so food, transportation. What else?
Uniforms.
Sometimes, yeah.
Fitness. Studying languages.
Okay, so fitness. Sometimes they have a fitness pass that you can get. Okay. Help with education. So they may help pay for education.
Housing.
Housing sometimes, yes. Okay. There's an important one. Now, most of you probably have. Yeah. Okay, that's what I was getting to. Most of you in your countries probably have health care that is supplied by the government. Okay. In the United States, they have not started that yet. It goes into effect. It goes into effect in 1 year, I believe, in 2014. Okay, so benefits as well would be considered healthcare, vacation time, and okay. Now, if you are a woman, okay, you would also have maternity leave. Okay, so sick days. So when you are sick, okay, usually a company offers you between 3 and 5 sick days a year. So if you are sick and you can't come into work that day, you can take a sick day and they will still pay you for that day. Pretty cool, right? Vacation is usually at about 2 weeks, and you earn your 2 weeks throughout the year. So every paycheck you would earn, I think it's about 3.6 or 3.3 hours. Okay, every paycheck. So every 2 weeks you would earn a certain amount of your vacation. Okay, your vacation days. Okay, so it works something like that. All right, so vacation, yes, gasoline, tuition reimbursement, that's when they help pay for your studies. Okay, all those type of things that you guys mentioned are benefits. Okay, and it is in addition to what they pay you. Okay, sometimes it's very attractive, sometimes it is not as attractive. Okay, let's go to our next one here. This is for Fabio. Number 11, please.
Contact. Contact.
Okay, contact with the stress at the beginning.
Okay.
Good.
It's the get in touch with.
Okay, get in touch with. Where are you at? Okay, so right here. Get in touch with. Good, yeah. So, yeah, get in contact with me a little bit later. All right, so that's how we would use that. Get in contact, get in touch with someone. Okay, that would mean to call them, email back to them, okay, things like that. All right?
Sorry, Chad.
Yes.
I have a question. Is this a polite mode, or we could use this phrase also for an informal conversation? To get in touch.
Get in touch in an informal in an informal and formal. Okay. Now let's see if you hit it off, which means you have a great interview with the person that you're talking to. You could probably say, yeah, I'll get in touch with you tomorrow. Or if you are asking them to call you, okay, get in touch with me tomorrow. All right, you may be able to use that. You may want to keep it very professional and use the word contact. Okay, I'll contact you tomorrow regarding the position. Okay, and you keep it very professional. All right, so sometimes it works. If you guys get along very well in your interview, you may be able to drop it down a level. Okay, that means if you guys are laughing, having a good time, okay, it seems like the interviewer likes you because, and I've given an interview class a while back, the main purpose of interviewing is to get that person to like you. Okay, because in most cases you are going up against people that have the same qualifications, and an employer will hire you if they like you and if you have the same qualifications on paper. All right, that is the main purpose. You want them to like you. You want them to like you more than the other people. All right, and so that's what the interview is used for. Okay, to see how you react with them and if you guys will get along. Okay, so if you manage your interview to where at the end you're laughing and you're having a good time, then yes, you could say, all right, I'll get in touch with you later. If not, he or she may use contact. Okay, and they may still want to keep it at a professional level. Okay, it doesn't mean that the interview didn't go well. Okay, it just means that's how they want to keep it, and that's fine for the moment. Okay, so yes, with your friends, definitely use get in touch. Okay, you aren't going to say I'll contact you tomorrow. Okay, you could, but it sounds a little strange. All right, you would say, yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. All right, but contact, yes, that is a more professional word to use. Okay, did that answer your question, Vincenzo?
Okay, thanks. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Let's go to Laszlo.
Okay. Going rate. Going rate. C usually pay for a certain job.
Okay, so let's see here. Going rate. Okay, usual pay for a certain job.
Certain job.
Okay, so yes, what's the going rate for a computer programmer? All right, usually anywhere from $20,000 to $25,000 a year, up to maybe $40,000 to $45,000. Okay, so that's the going rate. So how much companies actually pay? Okay, now you can offer your qualifications, or sorry, your salary qualifications, and say this is what I want to make, and they may offer you a lower amount. Okay, they may say, well, I know you asked for $30,000 a year, but the going rate here in the state of Arizona is actually $25,000. Okay, but we also offer other benefits like healthcare, and they may go down the list. Okay, so you may they may pay based off the going rate. Okay, it just depends on your negotiation skills. Okay, but the going rate is how much they pay at the current time for that particular position. Okay, number 13. 13 is for Marcia.
Available.
Yeah.
It's open, ready to use, ready to go.
Okay. Yes, available, open, ready to use. Okay. The most common question they will ask you is when. Okay. They ask you is when are you available? Okay. When are you available? Okay. So they want to know when can you start. Okay. When are you available? When can you start? Okay, so your availability. Well, I have to give 2 weeks notice. 2 weeks notice. Okay, 2 weeks notice is when you inform your current employer that that you will not be working there in 2 weeks' time. So you give them what's called 2 weeks notice. Okay, that is customary, at least 2 weeks. Okay, and our last word here we've talked about, reference. Okay, I asked that earlier in the day, earlier in the hour. Reference. Okay, and that is, where did you go? People. Oh, here it is. A person who can tell about you. Okay. Very good. Yeah, that's reference. Okay. Any questions so far, you guys? Okay. Let's go up to our dialogue here, and we'll read through a typical interview. All right, and then look at some other phrases that we can use. I should have probably actually planned 2 hours for this lesson because there's a lot of information, but I only have 1 hour, unfortunately. Okay, let's start with Samir. Samir, please read the first 2 lines. Samir? Okay, let's go to...
Yes, I was muted.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, Mrs. Stevens. My name is John Phillips. I am the personal director. Applicant, I am pleased to meet you.
Good, thank you. Just tell there. Sergio, please continue.
The next 2 lines.
Yes, please.
Okay. Please have a seat. Thank you.
All right. Tatiana, please continue.
According to your resume, you have several years of office experience. Yes, I've had over 10 years experience.
Excellent. Vincenzo, please continue.
2 lines, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about your qualifications. I can type 100 words per minute. I'm proficient in many computer programs. I have excellent interpersonal skills. I am well organized and I am a very fast learner.
Very good. Amparo, please continue.
I see that you have excellent reference. Do you have any questions about the position? Yes. What are the responsibilities in this position?
Very good. Fabio, please continue.
We are looking for someone to supervise 2 office clerks.
That's clerks.
Clerks handle all the correspondence, arrange meetings, and manage the front office. Have you had any supervisory experience? Yes, I supervised 3 typists in my last position. What are the office hours, Mr. Phillips?
Very good, thank you. Let's go to Laszlo. Please continue.
8:30 to 4:30 with an hour for lunch. What are your salary expectations, Mr. Stevens? I expect to be paid to going rate for this type of position. Can you tell me about the benefits you offer?
Very good. Marcia, please continue.
Yes, we provide full medical and dental coverage, a pension plan, and a 3-week holiday per year. That's very generous. When is the position available?
Very good. Samir, please read the next 2 lines.
Okay. Interviewer, we are hoping the successful applicant can start at the beginning of next month. We'll finish our interviews tomorrow and make a decision by the weekend. We'll contact you next week. Applicant, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I hope to hear from you soon. Interview, thank you for coming to see us, Mrs. Stevens.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, class, any questions as we've read through this dialogue? Yes.
I have one. What is clerk?
Okay. A clerk, right? Okay, so supervise 2 office clerks. A clerk is someone that does a couple of different things. Okay, number one, they handle papers. Okay, so paperwork. They also deal with customers. Okay, so when you are
Okay.
talking about a front office, okay, a clerk is going to handle paperwork and deal with the customers that come into to the office that need help. Okay,
Okay.
that is what a clerk does.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good. Any other questions? Okay, let's go down here. And okay, we've talked about personnel director. All right, I want to go to let's read through some of these. Tatiana, let me have you read this one here according to your resume, as well as tell me about your qualifications. Read these 2 boxes.
Okay. According to your resume, you have several years of office experience. Your resume tells us that you have several years of office experience. Tell me about your qualifications. What are your qualifications? What qualifications do you have?
Okay, good. Now these are all very typical questions that that we would ask. Now, Tatiana, since you were in HR, did you have any other ways of asking for qualifications of the people that were applying for positions? Did you have any other questions that you asked?
About qualifications or
qualifications or about their resume?
what professional skills do they have? Maybe sometimes I may ask about hobby, about their previously experience.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So their previous experience in working in this type of job, you know, and what experiences they gained from it. Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Now let's go to Vincenzo. Vincenzo,
Yeah.
please read this next box here and this one here. So the next 2.
Oh, sorry.
So these 2 right here.
Okay, I can type 100 words per minute. I'm able to type 100 words per minute. I am proficient in many computer programs. I'm able to use many computer programs.
Okay, good. Now, yes, this is how fast you can type. WPM.
WPM.
Words per minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in most jobs nowadays, that's what they want to know. Your typing skills, how fast you can type. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what type of computer programs, Vincenzo, are good to know how to use? What are some basic computer programs that are good to know how to use?
I think that the best computer programs are email programs.
Okay, so email.
Email, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or drawing programs like Photoshop.
Photoshop. Okay, that's good.
Or it's important to know to use Word in Microsoft or Excel. Many companies request this kind of programs.
Yes, exactly. I would say of those, email, Word and Excel are some of the most important programs to know how to use. Okay, I imagine most of you here already know how to use email. Okay, Excel is a bit more complicated. There are a lot of different formulas you can use with that program. I absolutely love the program. I use it quite often. Okay, so yes, if you do not know how to use Excel, okay, proficiently, learn how to use it. It's a great tool. All right, very good. Thank you, Vincenzo. Let's go to Amparo. And let's see here. Okay, let me have you read these next two. Whoops, not those 15 that I highlighted. Let's see if it'll do it. Nope, it does them all. So this one here and this one here.
Okay. I have excellent interpersonal skills. I get along very well with people. Do you have any questions about the position? Would you like to ask anything about the job?
Good. All right, now, interpersonal skills, okay, getting along well with other people. Why would that be important, Amparo?
In order to manage the personal, in order to get support to the personal.
Okay. All right. And another thing that I would throw out there would be as well to maintain a good work environment. Okay, because if you are not a person that with good interpersonal skills, that means you don't get along with others very well. That means you fight and bicker. All right, inside of the office, that does not make for a very nice place to work. Okay, if you are always coming in and right, okay, and you're very mean. Okay, no one really likes that. Sometimes that happens after a bit. Okay, just because there's already some mean people that work there. Okay, yes, and that's the other reason, Vincenzo, to be able to work in a team. Okay, in most positions nowadays, you work in a team to complete a goal. Okay, so interpersonal skills or getting along well with other people is very important. So in this example, the interviewer, okay, or the applicant, she sorry, that would be the interviewee, okay, or the applicant, highlights that part about her personality. Okay, stating that she has great interpersonal skills. Okay, now our next question here, do you have any questions about the position? Okay, what other type of questions could we ask about the position here? Okay, she asked about the hours. Okay, what could we ask? What specifically could we ask?
What do I have to do?
Good, yes. What do I have to do, or what will my responsibilities be?
How many people I'm going to manage?
Good. How many people am I going to manage? Okay, very good. Any other questions that we could ask about the position? Okay, those are
the
good.
position is open.
Okay,
for which reasons?
So why? So why the position is open? That's a good question to ask.
How many applicants are there?
Okay, how many applicants? Now, why would you want to know how many applicants there are? It's an interesting question. I've been asked that many times, and really, as someone that has looked for a job as well, you kind of want to get a feel. Okay, you want to know what you are up against. Okay, so how many people have applied for the position? If the interviewer says about 5 so far, chances are pretty good. If they say 55, chances are pretty bad, right? So
they say
you may have a
100.
lot of yeah. If that's your answer, then they're going to have a lot of work to go through and a lot of people to choose through. Okay, so yeah, that's why asking that question may be okay, right? Why is the position open? Okay, if they say the other person left the company, okay, you may want to find out why. Okay, why the person left. Okay, or if you just need a job, you may want to stay away from that question. Okay, if the economy is really booming and you can go get another job, okay, you may want to stay away from that. Or if you want to know what you're getting into, okay, so if the person quit or was fired because of some reasons, okay, you want to know why. What did that person do wrong? Okay, and then you could say, I want to know so that I do not make the same type of mistakes. Okay, and that may show the interviewer that you are thinking ahead and you want to know what you can do to be better. Okay, and that's okay. All right, you always want to show yourself in the best light possible, okay, or in the best way possible when you're interviewing. So every question that you ask, you want to gear back to you and why you are the best for that position. Okay, all right, let's go to our next ones. This is for Fabio. Let's see here. We've talked about what the responsibilities are. Okay, and okay, this one. Let's go to these two here. So supervisory experience and this next one. Go ahead and read those two.
Okay. Have you had any supervisory experience? Have you ever been a supervisor? What are your salary expectations, Mrs. Stevens? What salary do you expect?
Okay. Another question that they may ask here about being a supervisor is, have you supervised anyone before? Okay, that may be a way that they ask for your supervisory experience. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I see your point there, Tatiana. So asking why they had left their previous job, that's always a good one, because if they start to sweat, it's probably because they did something wrong, and they don't want to talk about it. But if they say, oh, the company was downsizing, or I'm looking for a better opportunity, something like that, or I went back to school to get a certificate, they have a good reason. That's always good. But I remember when I would interview people, and I would ask them that type of question. They're like, they start to do that. It's probably because they got fired for something. And if they were nervous about it, then I probably wouldn't hire them.
Especially
Anyway.
when people starting complaining about their previous boss or something.
Yes.
That's not good
That's
sign.
the worst. That is the worst. Definitely. All right.
We never hire them.
Yes. All right. So yeah. So going back to this other question, they may ask, have you ever supervised anyone before? Or they may say managed. Have you ever managed anyone before? Okay. Remember, supervisor and manager are interchangeable. Okay. We use them both. Okay. All right, now salary expectations or salary qualifications. Okay, what you expect to get. Okay, in our example here, she said that she expects to be paid the going rate. Okay, the going rate. All right, and remember that's the offered the typical rate or rate of pay for a person doing that type of job. Okay, very good. Let's see here. Now, again, like I had mentioned, you can always tell them how much you are looking to make. All right, and if you've done your research and you know pretty much where that's at, you can ask for a little bit more. Okay, you may ask for a little bit less and hope to get a raise within the first six months to a year. Okay, that sometimes happens. Okay, so yes, that's always a tricky thing. Know that they are looking to employ you, so they are going to be paying you money. You just don't want to go in there and think that they are going to make you a millionaire. Okay, so you can't go in and expect to be paid $100,000 a year if it's not a job that pays that much money. Okay, all right, let's go to Laszlo.
Okay.
All right, and let's go to this question here. Go ahead and read that, please.
Can you tell me about the benefits you provide? What benefits does the company give?
Okay, great. Okay, these are really good questions. Okay, so after you've talked about how much money you may be making, okay, ask them about their benefits. These are great questions in English. Okay, perfect form. Okay, write these down. Okay, keep them in your book. Can you tell me about the benefits you provide? What benefits does the company give? Okay, these are great. Okay, or you can ask if the company offers any benefits. Okay, so instead of assuming that the company will provide benefits, you can ask them if there are any offered. Let me write that for you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so does the company offer any benefits? All right, so that would be another way to do that instead of assuming that they do. Okay, very good. Now the rest here, okay, is ending the conversation a bit. Now this is a fairly typical conversation that you would have with someone. There are going to be a lot more questions. Some interviewers like to do very quick interviews. Some interviewers like to do what are called group interviews. Bring in like 8 people at a time, and they all sit in there, and they tell you about the job, and you just drop off your resume, and then they look at your resumes and call you back from there. Sometimes that happens. Those are not very fun, but sometimes they're necessary when the interviewer wants to see the person and see how they react in certain situations. Okay? So, good. I mainly wanted to go over those vocabulary words and explain a little bit more about those and go through the dialogue. There isn't much more to add. There aren't very many other types of questions that they would ask there. Okay, the only thing for you guys is to practice answering these type of questions, and I'll look in the next week or so. I'll probably do an interview questions lesson more for intermediate and advanced students, so we can practice answering those in full sentences. Okay. So thank you guys for coming to class. It was great having you here. I'm going to take about an hour break or so and then be back. All right. Thanks. We'll see you guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you.